Hello and welcome to my first ever run as a GM for Shadowrun. I hope you'll enjoy, and please introduce yourself and the character that you're playing.
Alright, I'm Nick, and the character I'm playing, who is Luther, who is a German magician who trained as a priest in the Catholic Church, who awakened and then ran away from the church because he believes he is haunted by some great destiny, and so he shadowruns deliberately to try and escape his supposed destiny. And he is,
Or
should probably describe him as well. He does have height and weight in here, but he's bald, has like squiggly brown facial hair, blue eyes. He is 178 centimeters tall and white. So that's him.
Alright. We begin our adventure in well in Luther's apartment. He gets called up by his fixer. Ring 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 ring.
I answer my comlink.
Hey, Chummer, I got a job for you. It's in Temesburg.
Sure. What are the details?
Some guy that works for the dock wagons, you know, some dock. I don't know. He's saying that he'll pay big money if you're going to deliver him a cure for some kind of mist. I don't know.
A cure? Where from? Are we stealing this thing or what?
Yeah, apparently, but you're going to have to talk to the Johnson himself. And he gives you the details. It's essentially behind the ruins of the Metropolitan Cathedral.
Alrighty. And that's all. He will have all the details then.
Uh, yeah, he basically he'll be telling you the route. What is the safest route to get into what used to be Romania? Hint, hint, wink, wink. And the safest routes on getting there. So you'll be uh, transported through a stealth jet.
Ooh. Okay.
And
Oh,
you'll find the car at the border. It's a 4x4.
so any idea who this Mr. Johnson works for?
Yeah, he works for the dog wagons.
Okay. All right.
And you'll be strolling down through the countryside. You'll see barren wastelands. There is nothing around for miles and miles on end, kilometers filled with nothing. There are from time to time craters here and there, but it's a very unsightly sight. And then you start arriving through the southern part of Timișoara, which is kind of odd. Maybe your GPS wasn't working well because there's a bit of interference here. You don't know why, but you see a UTG, let's call it, that obscures your vision, and the roads become harsher and harsher the more you get into the city itself. And you can see what appears to be ruins of what were apartment complex at one time. Now just vestiges of a bygone era, and a lot of people just staring at the guy in the 4x4. But the road keeps getting on tougher and tougher, and I'll have to make a few dice rolls to see if fate likes you. It likes you. So you get unscathed, and it's an uneventful ride. You get to the canal of the called Vega. The water is a sludge. It is brown. It looks unhealthy, and you don't want to swim in it at all. The way it looks, you could see a few birds that were lost, and when they wanted to go drink a bit from it, you can see their beaks just disappear, and they scream in agony.
Can I still see the mist from here? We passed it by a long time ago.
Oh no, the mist is still there. You just see the nearest birdies that are next to you.
I want to ascend, look on the astral plane, and see what can I see around this place.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I shall roll with sensing. 3 hits to sense my surroundings.
Okay, with 3 hits, you feel that something's off. You feel that this mist isn't actually a natural mist. It affects the spectral plane as well.
This cannot be good. What about the water? Is the water anything magical, or is it just horrible stuff, just sludge?
The water itself is too toxic to touch from the physical plane. There are a few spirits of corruption there that are dancing joyously, but you wouldn't want to approach them if you know what's good for you.
Okay.
But they're
Well,
a lot farther off than your position, so you're safe for now.
okay. So, guess I better continue. So, am I meeting the Johnson here in the city?
There is well, the actual bridge is destroyed that you need to pass through. Instead, there has been made a makeshift bridge from a lot of metals that were scraped from the various buildings and commodities that your other colleagues in the Shadowland business have scraped through. So if you'd go with the 4x4 through it, you'd land in the sludge. Do you want to
Yep.
walk through it?
Walk across the bridge.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. As you walk across the bridge, you start to see a, a deep forest starting to appear. You're
Is it a forest on the other side of the bridge, or?
there is a forest the other side of the bridge that starts to become deeper and deeper. Like the road has disappeared and there is just a winding path of trees.
So am I all alone at this point? Did the guy and the SUV come with me?
Unfortunately, the 4x4 can't go with you because you'd just wreck it in the water.
Alright.
And you don't
So,
want it in the water. It's a nice SUV. So,
okay, so I'm heading towards the, am I heading towards the meeting with the Johnson right now?
yeah, you're just, well, let's say, kind of 100 meters away from the ruins of the church itself.
Okay. Yeah, I'll walk up to. Actually, before as I'm walking through the forest, I want to do a sense again and see if there's anything else in this forest as well. If this forest is natural or if it's haunted or anything.
All right.
4 hits to sense the forest.
Okay, with 4 hits. It's not natural. Oh god, it's not natural at all. You kind of sense that someone's actually there as well. Someone that shouldn't be here.
Can I see an aura?
Yes, you see several. Do you want to approach them?
No, I'm not going to approach the mysterious auras. Can I tell if they're human or spirit auras, or well, meta human or spirit auras?
Uh, they aren't actual meta-humans, to be precise. They are mutants. They are
Okay.
horribly disfigured auras that you'd find from some abominations of nature. You really don't want to get near them.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to stay away as far as I can from all of those auras, and just in case, I'm going to cast a Force 2 deflection on myself in preparation for my own
Alright?
safety. So Force 2, so I can only get, yep, 2 hits, and then resist the drain of 2.
Mm-hmm.
Which I resist easily. And I pop that on my sustaining focus.
Alright. You avoid masterfully the auras of the corrupted beings, shall we put it that way. And you find yourself right at the foothold of what appears to be the staircase that used to lead up to the church itself, the cathedral that used to be a proud place, a place of both mourning and pride of the citizens of Temesburg, now lays in ruin. And you see a big ass dock wagon that looks like a fire truck with a guy in a hazmat suit. And you can see him looking at you straight away, and he waves at you.
Um, yeah, I approach them. I
Uh,
wave back.
okay. You approach the guy in the hazmat suit. He tells you, "Oh, hello, are you the Shadowrunner that I employed?"
Yep.
He looks around. Are you alone by any chance? He looks a bit
No one
confused.
else came with me. Um, Actually, at that point, I'm going to a sense again to quickly check around me. No hits for that one. So yeah, I say no. I'm alone. You didn't hire anyone else.
Mm, apparently, they didn't think it was worth the risk.
Wasn't worth the risk bringing on more Shadowrunners.
I don't know. This place is dangerous, as you could tell by just getting into the city. Unfortunately, not many people want this job because, on the one hand, it might just eliminate the UTG altogether. That is undetermined toxic gas that you see all around us. And, well, I think the corporations like to have a few stations off the books, so maybe that's why they aren't in a real hurry to actually cleanse the place of this noxious fume.
Nasty. So are we in danger at the moment from this stuff?
Well, not in this second, but roam around aimlessly around the city, and we will be.
You wouldn't happen to have a spare hazmat suit, would you?
Hmm.
If I'm going to be dealing with this stuff.
Well, the you can tell actually which gases are dangerous. Quite frankly, I've been living here for a while now, and I can actually tell uh, from the color of the fumes which is dangerous and which is not. You know,
If you can give me any information about the gas, that will be most beneficial to my job.
all right. So here's the thing: when you see thunderbolts forming around the certain area, you just dodge out of the way. If you see uh, them turning pink, that means that there's a mana storm, and if you are a mage, you know that might not be a good thing. If you are a
Okay, so
decker, you'd have more difficulty just being connected to the matrix. Although we've constructed bunkers that filter out the air and provide excellent matrix service, although, yeah, if it's green, expect yourself to be mutated beyond belief.
so look for lightning bolts and pretty much stay away from them no matter what color they are.
Well, the only safe color is the brown that we are in.
Uh-huh.
This shade of brown is safe. Not too pleasant to watch, but safe. Although the one that you saw coming here from the canal is more of a darker brown. This is more of a lighter one. But anyway,
Okay, so light brown is good.
yeah, light brown is good. Pink is for mana storm, green is for terrible mutations. So if you see someone that's being hit with something green, you either run, duck, or make yourself scarce, because that usually means that he or she is not alone.
Okay, so now onto the job. What exactly is it that you want me to do?
Well, I'd like you to convince the Elven Guard from the Black Forest to give you the cure. Well, not so much as the cure, but more like an element that I need to fabricate the cure for this UTG. If you can
So
persuade them with words, I'd pay you 10k more.
so
Uh,
what's the original pay then?
20k.
Okay, this is going to be dangerous work.
Well, I'm sorry that I can't provide you another hazmat suit, because I can barely provide enough for the other doctors that are within the dock wagon that need to, help the various people.
Even a gas mask or something?
Frankly, it won't help,
You
because
need the whole suit.
yeah, this these gases, from what I could see, they don't just affect your respiratory system; they affect your skin as well. They mutate
Okay.
you in ways that you cannot comprehend most of the time. Although it's a lot of, I need to, just to dedicate a few hours to explain the whole physiological process on how it actually pertains to each system changing. But to say in plain terms,
It's
you'll
bad.
you'll either turn into a goblin or worse.
I'm guessing this is the green stuff.
Yes. The purple
Okay.
only affects you if you're a mage.
Yes, wild magic and that whatnot. And the blue ones?
Well, from what I could tell, blue ones give you hallucinations.
Okay.
Lightning is just unpleasant to touch because you get shot by electricity, and, well, you know how it is to be electrocuted from time to time. I don't
Oh, that I.
I don't have to tell you about that bit. Well, the the thing that, if you find red cloud, that means that someone just spilled blood in the vicinity.
Do the red clouds do anything nasty?
It just means that someone is injured near you.
Okay. Does it obscure the true color of the cloud? So if there is red everywhere, does that mean I can't see the blue or the brown or the purple?
Pretty much. I'm sorry,
Okay, that is
but
very
that,
important.
but that would mean that you'd have to witness a massacre.
Aha. Yeah, looking at this place, I can imagine that's not unlikely.
Mm,
What with these mutants around?
Well, there are a lot of spirits here and mutants, but I'm sure if you can take care of yourself, you know.
I try my best. That's why I'm here.
Well, I have all the faith in you, because if you can actually persuade them to give the component to the cure willingly, I'll pay you 30K.
So, who are these guys that exactly need convincing?
They're the Elven Guard, bunch of dandelion eaters that tend to have us stick up their ass. I, I don't know why, but from time to time they really can be jerks.
Are these guys mages, I'm guessing?
They have mages, they have street samurais, they have a lot of deckers and techno shamans. Although I don't know why. It's odd. They live in a forest. You'd think that, uh, and he ponders this a bit. They have
Maybe the
a,
gas has maybe the gas has some sort of valuable side effect.
or they might have a bunker as well.
Hmm.
'Cause,
So, where exactly are these guys?
oh, and he shows you a map, uh, kind of like in through your comlink. He points. Okay, these are the four routes that you can take to get to the Black Forest. This is the easiest one and the shortest one. This is the medium one, and he shows you the more northern path. And this is a bit harder because you need to go through a lot of gang territory. And there's this fourth one where you basically go back. Well, I'm assuming that you went through the forest behind the church, right?
Yeah, to get here.
Uh, did you have any vehicles?
I was taken in a four-wheel drive up to the town, but I had to cross the canal on foot.
Ah, well, the fourth path you can actually use for more than half of it, just the 4x4.
That last half, though, is that as long as the other tracks or shorter? So how
Uh,
long do I have to walk in?
it's I haven't actually spent that much time researching that particular path, but it has its own dangers. Not all gangs take kindly to even us getting through there, and we're the good guys that actually want to heal people.
Now,
So,
these gangs, are they mutants or are they normal metahumans?
well, they are metahumans, but well, they're more like, how would I put this kindly? They don't get the whole living in the bunker thing, even though it's safer and it's paid by the corporations that we may or may not have, and it's off the books that they exist here, but they do. They don't subscribe to that idea, and they want to have their freedom in above ground, so to speak. And they want to fuck up everyone that enforces the idea of the bunker system.
So it's probably a safe bet that where the gangers are, it's probably safer from the gas cloud since they're there, but then they'd have to deal with the gangers.
Yes and no. They think they're safe, but they're not.
Uh-huh. So they still have to deal with the green and the mana storms. Surely they must know
Essentially.
something if they're still alive out here.
Sorry?
Surely they must know something if they're alive out here.
Well, from the few of them that I talked to, they mostly believe in some air spirits that might just form a dome, but that requires a lot of power and a lot of concentration and a lot of rotation between them.
Okay.
So I don't know. When you get hit by one of those clouds, no matter how many air spirits you think you have, even air spirits can get corrupted. You know? At least that's what I've heard from another mage.
Are there any patterns to these clouds that you can discern from watching them for a long amount of time?
I tried to map out a few of the patterns, but essentially you need to... Ah, I remember now. And he takes out his notebook. That is, you could see him on the web, and he does this hand gesture of like going through some pages. Ah, here it is. You hear a thunderclap. You don't know where, but that's usually when something happens. You don't know when it will happen, only that it will happen and the cloud will change color. And if it changes color, just be prepared to what color it changes.
Can I get out of that cloud easily, or?
Well, you can run away from it if you're uh, reflexive enough. And he gives a light chuckle. Hopefully your legs will hold when it happens.
Okay. So, what's this shortest and safest route you mentioned?
And he points to the one in the middle. This is the shortest and safest route because right in the middle there are the, well, the, even though they're called corporate police, right here they're the only police force we've got, and they kind of keep the street safe, and this is uh, their route, so to speak.
Is there a bunker there?
Sorry.
Is there a bunker at that spot?
Oh yeah,
The
there are several. Uh, right on that route, there is a residential area filled with bunkers.
Okay. So how far from there is this place I have to go? Yeah, what exactly is this place I have to go? Is it their own bunker they have? These elves?
I'd assume, because otherwise I don't see the point on having deckers if they'd only be above surface.
Okay. So I guess first step is to go to this residential area and see what's going on there.
All right, if you think that that's the safest way.
Actually, how far is where these gangers live from the residential area?
Uh, they move around a lot, but if they go through the residential area, they should know that they'll be killed on sight by the knight errant. I pity them.
All right. Um, is there a safe way to approach these gangers, like some sort of parlay that everyone knows, or what?
Uh, Actually, I never thought of. Actually, there were a few times that we wanted to help the injured, but they kept on shooting at us, so we stopped trying to.
Okay, so no one knows how to actually approach them without getting shot. At least, not easily.
Well,
Okay.
we only go there to the nearest injured party, and he starts hearing a call from his comlink, and you can see him gesturing. Yeah, 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 I'll be there. I need to finish this. Yeah, it's important. Of course, it's important. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll see you there. Bye. Sorry about that. You were saying?
Yeah, there's no safe way to approach the gangs then.
Well, that is the safest way. Uh, the one with the knight errant protecting the streets.
Okay. So guess I'll get going to this residential area and suss the place out.
All right. Uh, you start heading.
Actually, oh yeah.
It's description time. You start heading towards the center of the city. You see what used to be little cabins where they would have sold in other eras little trinkets and clothing and memorabilia, kind of like a tourist attraction thing. And you would see the Christmas lights all around the place, but broken. You could see some mm, the electric wiring all around, but not in its rightful place. And if you would have been a decker that had the implant, you'd see in the net the virtual. You have a comlink, I remember.
Yes.
So yeah, you could see it. It's
I can see augmented reality at least.
yeah. If you have a comlink, you can see augmented reality. So you'd see something like, even though in the real world there's no one there, the store is empty. In the augmented reality, the matrix itself, you'd see the various vendors of produce and products that aren't there anymore. They are remnants of a bygone age. And you start going around through the various benches left there. And you hear a thunderclap. I'm sorry,
Um,
you heard the thunderclap. You got minuses.
where is the closest bunker?
To your
And I
right.
check on the map.
It's right to your right. And
Um,
do you go to it?
is there anyone else around me?
There, there is to your left, but you need to walk a lot faster to get to that one.
Okay. I go right up to that bunker and I knock on the door. I'm guessing it's closed, or
You go to what used to be a fancy, schmancy store that sells clothes from faraway countries. But right now, the stores have all of the mannequins ruptured into pieces. You could see heads uh, on pikes, curiously, but they're mannequin heads with their mannequin wigs on. And you go to an elevator where you press a button and the doors open. And there is only up or down. Do you press
hmm.
down?
I guess I'm gonna have to press down.
Yeah.
While I'm going down, I want to ascend and look down and look around where this place I'm going if there's people walking around underneath me,
All right.
that kind of stuff.
How many hits?
Uh, 2 hits.
In your immediate vicinity, there aren't anything out of the ordinary. In fact, there is no uh, UTG here at all. This place is clean. There aren't any spirits that are out of place. And as you're going down with the elevator, you could see that a lot of people are looking straight at you.
Um, but there's a whole bunch of people in here.
Yes.
Um, are they ordinary metahumans? From
Yes.
the I immediately ask, is there a problem? Have I done something?
And they're looking at you like you are their savior. And they're approaching you and saying in Romanian, I'm going to offer you the translation afterwards. Ai venit să ne aduci haine? Which means, have you come here to bring us clothes? But you only have German or which is...
What was that?
You need to tell... you said, is there a problem here, right? In German.
Oh, so is there, because they all looked at me and said, is there a problem? Have I done something wrong? Or, like, did I get into the wrong bunker or what?
Yeah, you said this in German.
Yes.
And then, after you heard the whole thing in Romanian, but you are not sure, there comes a guy that approaches you that says in German as well, because yes, we are multilingual community. He said, No, there is no problem. You're a Shadowrunner, and usually Shadowrunners bring us clothes. Only they actually bother going through the lifts anymore.
Oh, um, yeah. Sorry, I didn't. I didn't think of that. I didn't bring anything. Sorry about that.
Ah, it's okay. It must have not have been for this bunker. Uh, anyway, please keep us in in your heart, because we definitely need more clothing, more food, and an update to our entertainment system for the
Ah,
kids. You know what I mean? And he winks a bit because you
um,
could, if you can do a perception check.
yep. One hit.
He is playing with his children even when he's not around. You could tell from his wink. He's
Uh-huh.
making it a bit too obvious.
Okay. Um, not sure I can help you with that, but if anyone happens to need healing or anything, that's pretty much the one thing I can help here.
Ah, you're a healer. And he shows you towards what you'd see some tent that has the red cross in there. Uh, this is a tent for the more needier of our mm, community that cannot afford the prices of the corporations. So mostly we're comprised of voluntary doctors or residents, interns that are trying to get their credit and their accreditation to actually become real doctors, although they are doing more good than the actual doctors that, you know, they don't
Hmm.
want to look at us after they gotten their certification and their sin. And he looks in disgust when he says it.
Hmm. Um, by the way, is there any way you can see the color of the cloud on the surface? Have you got cameras or something?
And he looks horrified. Why would we want to go to the surface?
Not to go, just so you know what's going on.
No, 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 no. We have our matrix here. We love it the way it's here. We can call up people who are from the surface. That's how we get our supplies um, to ourselves. No, that's how we get our supplies to our bunkers, and from time to time notify the dock wagons or the knight errant that some problems have happened.
Hmm. Alrighty then.
But only if you have, if you're a deck or technomancer, you could use it. We have for you, but well, they're regulated by the. And he half whispers, Renraku.
And Raku, what are they doing over here?
Shh. And he shushes you. It, no corporation officially exists here.
Ah.
No one's supposed to be here. This is their extra credit comes from when they want to fund a few of their operation here in Europe, even though they don't consider the whole Balkan area Europe.
Okay.
And
So,
he points you to
you
the
got
nearest doctor, uh, and you could tell that it is a female elf. Uh, Hello, uh, who are you? I haven't seen you at all. And
I've come by here to help with the healing.
she notices that she's speaking in the wrong language, and she switches to
Oh,
German, uh, basically repeating the question, and you get the answer. I'd like to help with the healing. Ah, all right. And she points out this one person. Uh, I'm not entirely sure what virus is infecting him, but I'm fairly sure that it's similar to the flu, but I'm not. And she's panicking. Oof! I might fail my exam.
so this
Are you
guy
going
has a
to do
disease.
something to him?
Um, I can try. I'm not very good with diseases, more with wounds and stuff like that, but I can try.
All right. Roll them bones.
Okay. Well, first I'm going to look at him and make a medicine check to see if I can tell what's wrong with him. 4 hits on 6 dice. Lucky me.
He has the flu.
He has an ordinary flu.
Yeah.
And is it dangerous at all to him? Is he like actually sick?
Yeah, he is sick.
Is it,
It is the flu. He has
is he in danger?
well, he is coughing, but the intern isn't sure on what disease it is. She's that new.
I do a quicker sense just to make sure, and no one he doesn't, or no one else has some sort of magical disease.
Well, you are in a tent filled with disease-ridden people, so I'm not
But are
sure.
they magical diseases? Like, does anyone's aura look corrupted? Pretty much.
Ah, spirit. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, 4 hits.
There is this one guy in the back that's keeping to himself. You're not sure why he's on the bed, because he looks fine, uh, but when you started the sensing, you could tell that something's definitely off with him.
Okay. I just turn to the doctor or the intern. Just go. That guy's just got the flu. What about that guy? And I point to the guy in the corner.
She doesn't see anyone.
So I can see I can sense him, but I cannot see him in the physical world.
Nope.
Okay. Um. Oh yeah, I tell her, that guy's just got the flu, and I begin to walk down across the room near to where this guy is.
He's not looking at you.
What was that?
He isn't looking at you. He
He's
has
in his
his his back turned to every patient, and you're just going around towards him. Only he isn't making an effort to recognize that you're here. He thinks he's invisible.
Okay. I say, hey you, at the invisible man.
Not reacting.
I'm going to astrally project and then create, what was it? Make my spirit appear as a ghost in front of him. And then
Alright.
say, hey you.
That's when he notices you. Uh, yes, can I help you?
I can't help but notice that you're invisible.
No one actually bothered talking to me. I wasn't sure why. I was sick for the longest time, and now they don't even realize I'm here anymore.
Probably because they weren't mages, and whatever's afflicting you is most certainly magical.
But
Oh, yes,
I
I'm
haven't
assuming you speak in German, or
I haven't awakened to magic. How is it possible?
I'm going to sense his aura and see does he have a magic attribute. Um, 5 hits to look at his aura, which would tell me if he has cyberware, what meta type he is, what his magic attribute is, all of that
This
stuff.
is a ghost.
So
You're
he's
seeing
oh
a ghost. This is a specter of
he has
a dead orc, male,
okay
around his 30s.
okay. I guess I'm going to have to break news to him. Well, I think I know why they haven't been treating you. You aren't just invisible. Uh, you're not here.
How can I not be here? I'm here. I'm standing on the bed.
Well, your body isn't here. Your spirit is, which might be a problem.
I'm dead?
We can only assume so.
Um, can I pass on?
Um, I want to roll knowledge magic traditions to know if there is if you can actually if there's anything to do about this, if there's a way for human spirits to stay in the world, if there's a way to pass them on, or if they actually become spirits of man, stuff like that.
Alright. Roll.
5 hit.
Oh yeah. You might know they can be earthbound if they have some regret, or if they if there's a possession that keeps them there as a spiritual tether to this world, or some loved one that they have wronged, or they have unfinished business. Sometimes it happens. There are cases when
I asked,
there are exorcists that actually deal with this kind of situation.
him, do you happen to have done anything and have any nasty regrets before you died, or done something or knew someone in a particularly emotionally attached fashion? Because yes, there's certainly something that's keeping you on this world.
Well, I I know that I was very hungry for some pizza, but I couldn't get any because I kept on being sick. Although now I I don't think that I can eat pizza, can I?
Hmm. I'm not sure. If you're not awakened, I'm not sure how you can affect the physical world. So he doesn't have a magic attribute, does he?
No.
Okay. So he can't really project himself. Is there anything else that you wanted to do or needed to do? Were you affected by a gas cloud or a spirit?
And when you heard the whole gas cloud, I remember that I was taking a stroll upstairs, but then I heard a thunderclap and I became very, very sick.
What color did you see? Did you?
Uh,
Yeah. What color was the lightning, the cloud?
well, it there weren't any lightning, but the cloud, I'm not sure. I think it was blue.
Blue. Hmm. So hallucinations. Did you see anything weird while you were in the blue cloud?
Well, I kept on hearing children laughing, even though I was sure that no children are upstairs. They're all in the bunker. They shouldn't be any children there, should it?
No, there shouldn't. The blue cloud causes hallucinations, but I'm not sure how it got into your current predicament.
Uh,
Hmm.
I'm not sure either. The doctors never got to me on the result, and I kept on waiting for them to treat me or do something, but they never
Hmm.
came back. And,
I'm gonna tell him I'm gonna be right back to you. I find I'm guessing the intern is still in the room. I want to ask what doctor has been here the longest?
ah, uh, he's Dr. Strescu. He he's an elderly man. He has a long white beard and a bald head. You can't miss him.
Okay. Um, I search out for this elderly bald man with a white beard.
Yes.
Um, Hello there. Um, I'm asking about a patient you had that I believe died here a while ago. He was in the far corner over there in that bed.
Ah, Dietrich, that German like you. Yes, yes, I remember. He was raving on about something about children. He kept on yelling, "Children, they cannot be here. Why are there so many children laughing? Like innocent children." I don't know what he was raving on about. We kept him sedated for the longest time. But
What were his symptoms? I mean, why did he die?
Oh, heart failure, coupled with a
Oh,
brain aneurysm. It was the weirdest thing.
okay. Do you happen to know anything about magic?
Magic. No, honey. No, Sonny. No, 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 no. I'm a man of medicine. I don't deal with magic. There are some young'uns here that like this hocus pocus thing, but no, I am strictly cyberware at best because that helps us improve our lifespan. I even have this beating heart of mine that keeps me alive. And he puts his hand on his chest. State of the art. One of the Shadowrunners have brought it to me. Otherwise, I would have been dead a long time ago.
Okay. Well, thanks for that information. I'm going to go back to the spirit and tell him that. Um, you died in your bed from a brain aneurysm talking about children. But those
Yeah,
children weren't there, they were hallucinations.
but they felt so real.
It was the blue cloud, man. You got caught in a blue cloud and you saw things that don't exist.
Damn. He looks down to his knees. Could I ask you one thing? And he
Sure.
looks sheepishly. Could I see you eating a pizza?
You know what? That can probably be arranged. Um, I go out and I find the doctor again, where he was. I ask him, "Do you guys have pizza in this place? It's kind of an important matter for one of your patients."
He looks at you a bit quizzical because it's like, why pizza?
It's a strange thing, something of a magical nature, but I can guarantee you, it will be helping someone.
All right. And he gestures to his intern. Tell him where you youngins eat pizza.
Okay.
And she comes near you and says, "Oh, okay." And she's again with an odd look on her face, is like, "Why pizza?"
Well, I need to eat it in the ward. Um, you might not believe me if I told you, but it's a spiritual matter for one of your patients.
And you could see this look of, is he mental? But then shakes it off and says, "Yeah, we have. Uh, all right, there's a pizza dopo popo, uh, Caesars. Do you have any preference?"
Um, hold on a sec. I'm just going to, for a second there, my eyes just close and I blank out, and I astrally project over to the spirit in the ward and ask, "What pizza? What kind?"
Well, any pizza. I cannot eat it, so I might as well just look at you eating it. You
Okay,
can
sure.
you can just say whatever pizza you want, because it doesn't matter to me.
Okay, so I zoom back to my body, which I was just standing there completely still with my eyes closed and my face blank for several seconds. And I pop back into my body and say, whatever the chef does best.
Okay, and you could see that she had her hand put on your forehead, trying to examine what the hell happened. Her face is really close to yours, and now she's backing away. All right, any pizza you feel like? Do you have any preferences?
The chef's special. Whatever the chef likes the most.
Okay, I'll get the nearest one. And she just goes to her desk and looks at a screen and types in something. Chef specialty. And after, let's say, 5 minutes, you could see a big ass troll walking around with this teeny tiny pizza compared to his humongous hand. Who ordered the pizza?
I put my hand up.
12 new yen.
I hand him 12 new yen.
Thank you for your service. And he goes back. It is a
Easily the
cheese
smallest increment
and
I've ever spent.
it's a cheese and pepperoni pizza with shrooms.
Alright. I take it back to the ward, and I go into the corner, and while astrally, while sensing so I can see him, I say, well, I got the pizza. Um, one more thing I must ask you. You've clearly been up on the surface. Um, is there anything you can tell me about gangers, elves that live in the forest, or anything like that?
And he looks a bit quizzical. And he remembers, oh yeah, I've met with a gang called Pistolari, which means gunman in English. But, well, they kept on saying something about we aren't cavemen, we should not be living in bunkers, and so on. Because, yeah, they seen the movie. It's an old movie. You probably haven't heard of it, and they were like, "No, we're not doing this," and they were really adamant. And after a while, you could see uh, something, and he ponders a bit because I think they went through a blue cloud as well, and they started raving about freedom, freedom, no more oppression, freedom, freedom. They kept on yelling and started shooting everyone, and then the clouds turned red because of the blood.
Hmm. Okay, that's good to know. And start eating the pizza.
And as you start eating the pizza, you could see him fading away, like his last wish has been fulfilled.
Nice talking to you.
Bye. And you could see him just poof. And all of the while, because you were did that, You could see a few of the patients just randomly waking up. They were the coma patients.
I'm guessing the intern is there still.
The intern
Or is
is
the
like, Doctor, Doctor, come quick. They're finally awake. Stop rushing me, stop rushing me. Oof, my heart. Oh, wait, it's working. Never mind. And he makes this weird, creepy ass joke about his heart. And he tends to all of the patients. They're not they don't mind your presence right now because they're too busy figuring out what their health is, how they're feeling, and the such.
I just quickly ask, how long have these guys been out?
And and one of them actually turns to you and says, looks at the year from his VR, and oh my, I've been asleep for 10 years.
Well, anything I can do to help, and then I pretty much walk out of that place,
Okay,
eating
where are
pizza.
you heading?
Um, so there's no way I can see what's going on the surface without going up there, is there?
You have to physically go up there because you're not a Decker. Or
Okay.
you could astral
Uh,
project, but that would mean
right.
you'd have to run into the spirits, which is bad because they don't like it when you astral project outside at all,
Hmm.
and they will start attacking you.
Okay. So I can't see out there without endangering myself. Well, who was the guy that greeted me? Was he a leader of some sort, or was he just a guy who could speak German?
He was just some guy.
Okay. Um, I start asking around in German if I could find who's the leader of this place, the mayor or whoever is in charge here. You can tell me some things.
Well, you start asking there, but you can see that several of the people are like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Because they don't know German. They and one of them actually says, "I don't know German in German," and
Okay.
just walks away. Do a perception check.
Yep. One hit.
I'm sorry, you don't find anyone with just one hit.
Okay. Um, well, I'll probably start preparing stuff to go out. In that case,
Okay, what do you want to do?
some alchemy. Let's see. I'll prepare a alchemical heal.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yep. I'll roll for a alchemical heal spell for 6, and that is full force. So a 4/6 alchemical spell that'll last for. It'll sit in my pocket for 12 hours. Now to resist the drain, which is 4. Successfully resisted. So that's one heal spell. I'll do a force to increase reflexes, which is going to be pretty much the same roll, same drain.
All right.
Hold on a second, drop something. There we go. Okay, I've got that. So it's force 2 now to resist the drain. and I take 2 stun damage from that. I do not fully resist the drain. And let's prepare a 4/6 prophylaxis, which lets me resist toxins, diseases, infections, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's full force. Now resisting drain again, which is 4. That's another 2 stun damage.
Ooh.
So I'm
All
at
right.
4. And let's see. Let's do resist pain at 4. So, okay, this is a weird spell.
Right. Go ahead.
That's full, yep, that's full force. And I believe the drain for this is just 2,
Mm-hmm.
which I resist. So I think I'll take an hour nap and then roll my body plus willpower, I believe, to heal stun damage. I try and find, I need to find a place I can have a nap in this place.
Oh, you find
Actually, I'll
it
go
with
back.
the.
Yeah, I'll go to the ward, the medical ward, and ask them. There's a place, there's somewhere I can have a nap for an hour.
And you find it with ease, because it was right on your right when you um, got out of the elevator. There was a motel there.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go in there and how much is a room in the motel?
Well, depending on how many nights you're staying.
I'll just do 1 night for now.
100 new yen.
I'm gonna try and haggle that down a little bit.
Roll your uh, negotiation skill with your
So I mean,
specialty in diplomacy, because it applies.
alrighty. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 hits to try and haggle down 100 new yen. From
Alright, 50.
50. That's a nice deal. I'll do 50.
Alright, and you spend the night. And you feel quite refreshed, like it's the best sleep you had in ages.
Okay.
Only your senses of night, and I do this with air quotes, is a bit off since you only actually slept for 4 hours.
Okay. So my in the room, I'm going to make that everything else still has 8 hours left on it. Apart from the healing, sorry, the resist pain has 4 hours. So I'll redo the reflexes one.
Alright?
It'll So again, force 2. Yep, get those hits, and now resist. Which I take a stun damage from that. That's fine, because that's just 1. Okay, I think I'm going to have to try the surface now.
Alright. You press the up button and the door's closed. And you can finally see the surface again.
Is there any color?
Only now it's very, very dark.
What's the color of the cloud?
Well, you know that you went through the day and you spent 4 hours and now it's night. So it's dark brown this time. The same color as the sewage from the canal.
Hmm.
Only
I'm
this
gonna.
isn't toxic. But
Okay.
do be warned, if you go near it, you might actually go through the water in the canal because it looks the same.
Okay. I actually might. Oh, for a start, I'll need a flashlight actually, or something to see in the dark. Um, I'm going to go back down and see, does anyone sell um, glasses or cyber glasses, whatever they are, that have low light vision in them?
Yes, they do.
And flashlights as well to go with them.
Yes, they do.
I want to buy a couple of those.
How many?
Well, a couple, just the glasses and the flashlight.
Alright, you buy
Or
them.
goggles, the cheapest ones.
Do you want to haggle so that all of them might be lower in cost?
Yes, I want to haggle that down. Because you have negotiation, always haggle. Just 2 hits. Try and talk them down.
You get everything for 200 new yen.
Okay. Just
Because they're pushovers like that. Are you attempting to go to the surface again?
um, I might just wait 1 more hour and then see if the brown fog clears up.
Well,
Actually,
it
yeah,
was brown, but it's still night if
dark
you
brown.
wait an hour more.
What was that?
It's
It'll be
still
light.
night. It's still
Yeah.
brown.
So it's still brown after an hour.
It will always be brown. Unless you get the cure, it won't change its color.
The cure. Oh, the cure for the cloud.
Yes, that's the job you're
Okay.
running.
So as in the city, it's always brown.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Hold on, just let me find the flashlight. Where on earth did they put flashlights? But yes, I think I'll have to, yeah, brave the surface.
All right.
Um,
Description time. You get out of the elevator, and you are met with the familiar cabins that only appear in the Matrix as having avatars and actual products to sell without their physical representation. And you start walking through the square where you see the broken Christmas lights and the Christmas tree. Uh, well, it isn't a Christmas tree. It's more like a poles that were should have been at one point Christmas tree, but you can actually tell it was at one point, but now it's only cold. Now it's only dust that is not swept from that place because from some sick reason it's still there. And you see the ruins of what was once the proud building of the opera house, torn
mhm.
in half without its roof. And you
Okay.
go through the benches uh, that at one point hosted a lot of cheery people that love to drink beer and eat a lot of meat, which is basically minced meat. And you're starting to notice a more and more dilapidated buildings, and you get to the next portion, which is filled with a forest.
I'm going to quickly ascend to see if there's
Now I'm going
spiritual
to
worlds
have to
around me.
do a chance roll to see what happens in the forest. Okay, let's see what happens. Do your spirit sense.
6 hits.
In the forest, there are a lot of hobos. Mutant hobos. That
Okay.
if they bite you, you might have the little virus that turns you into one of the ghouls.
Okay.
They don't
Uh,
notice your presence yet because you're not that close to them.
okay. Have you started me on the direction towards the elves, or?
Yes,
Okay. I guess I'll keep going in that direction then. But
you'll be
very.
avoiding. You'll be going on the edge of the forest.
Yep.
That's what you're doing, right?
Yep.
Clarify. Okay, so you
Trying to
start
stay
walking
far away
on
from
the
hobos.
street.
Huh?
So you're starting to walk on the street in the middle so
No.
that you'd avoid the presence of the
Oh, yeah.
hobos. That's what you're
Yeah, I'm
doing.
trying to avoid hobos, toxic spirits, whoever is as far away from those things.
Yep,
Maybe by the edge of the road where I can hide in trees, actually.
you're actually in the middle because that's where there's no one there.
So they are actually in the trees right nearby me, or?
They're not near you. They are within the forests there because
I guess I don't want to touch the forest then.
that's how thick the park has gotten. It's a literal
Okay.
forest now. So you start
Yeah, I'm walking along
walking
there.
and you see more buildings and you start seeing a hospital still functioning, actually, which is strange.
It has lights in on it, or?
You notice there are a lot of buildings that are destroyed, but this hospital isn't at all damaged.
Does it have any symbols or anything on there, like dock wagon or any
Yep,
vehicles around it?
yep. You can see a lot of dock wagon vehicles, and they are going in and out of the hospital.
Okay. Um, I will buy that place. Actually, do they? Is it just like an ordinary building, or is it all sealed up really well, or does it look like it's been modified?
Well, compared to the rest of the rubbled, ruinic buildings, this one looks like it's all right. It's fully functional. It's high tech even. Like they had too much funding from the corporations that are there.
Okay, I might want to leave that place be then. Um, yeah, I think I'm going to try and get by that building without being seen.
Roll your stealth check.
No, 2 hits on 4 dice.
They're not paying attention to you. Not really. They're a bit too busy to even care, actually. They're like, it, they're looking at their paperwork within their VR screens.
Okay. I continue to make my way down the road then, after I've safely passed by that building.
Alright, you start going through the residential area, and you start seeing more and more of those lifts that you've seen. This place has a lot of them, actually. You see the dilapidated buildings, but the lifts are still working.
Actually, quick question: were those hobos actual goals, or are they mutants with a disease? Do I know that?
You don't know that in character.
Okay. Just quickly ascend and see if there's people below me, so I know that that lift is a place, a residential area here, an active one.
Depending on your dice roll, I may tell you different information.
4 hits.
Yep, there are a lot of people downstairs. It's like a whole undercity.
I think I'm going to go down to this place. So I go to one of the lifts. Actually, this is right beneath the dock wagon. This might be where the corpses are hanging out. Do I know what time it is?
Sorry?
Do I know what time it is in character? Does my comlink still give me that information out here?
It's somewhere around 2 o'clock in the morning. It's 2 a.m. You know that in character.
Yeah. I'm not sure if as a Shadowrunner I ought to be going down there, because if I take the lift, they'll know I'm not a local. I might want to continue on my way.
You've seen in character that they actually love Shadowrunners.
They do, but didn't you say that the corpse are around us? The corpse in
Sorry?
the dock wagon place, or did you say the corpse are in the dock wagon building?
The corporations have funded the dock wagon building. At least your character thinks this.
Ah. Okay.
You don't know which one?
Later down. I want to do an ascending check, and then check. Check underneath and see anything about. Actually, I can actually perceive and then look at the. Actually, no, that might not be a good idea. Yeah, let's ascend and see if there's people at the bottom of each base of the elevator.
I'm sorry, but right now you have to do another check. That is a body and willpower roll, if I remember correctly.
Body and willpower. When I know I'm going to do this, can I use my proxylixis as a simple action?
Yep.
Okay.
You.
As soon as I feel something in my body, I activate my proxylixis and gives me +6 to my rolls for the next 6 minutes.
All right.
Existing.
Roll it.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits.
And now roll me logic and willpower.
Okay, I'm going to. Assuming do I get proxy elixirs for that?
Proxies should have been just for the physical. This is a mental thing.
Okay, so
No.
take away that much. Okay. I'm going to edge that to reroll.
Please do.
Okay, 5 hits.
You're fine. Continue on
Okay.
doing what you wanted to do.
I want to ascend to look at these elevators and see if there's people, or if any of them are just are completely abandoned from the rest of the facility. Like if any of them are just clearly, not a place where people go.
Tell me where you're trying to do this.
Sense near one of the elevators.
Okay, you're standing near one of the elevators and you're trying to ascend down.
Yes, and just look how many people can I see below me, like who might be at the, where the base of the elevator might be.
Alright, roll those dice and I will tell you.
1 hit.
You don't know.
I don't know. I guess I'll just use my whatever my best judgment is to take an elevator, perhaps one that looks well used.
Alright, let me do a quick roll. Wow, the dices love you tonight. It's safe. This elevator takes you downstairs where you want it to go. But no one's there to greet you this time.
Okay. I walk through the underground bunker nonchalantly until I start seeing people.
And you'll see this young woman crying on a bench.
I ask her if she speaks German.
She doesn't hear you, she keeps on crying.
I kneel down and say, "Are you alright? You need help or anything?"
She looks at you, tears still on her face. She is a female dwarf in her early 20s, pink hair, in pigtails, and she's like, she's still in a daze because she's not expecting anyone to be there. But finally tries and speaks in a broken German. Boyfriend left me.
As in, broke up with you or went somewhere?
She thinks for a bit and tries to mimic broke up with her hands.
Ah. Okay then. Well, good luck with that, and I continue on my way.
She resumes sobbing.
Okay. So I continue my way into the hub of bunker.
Okay, you're going back to the surface, right?
No, I'm heading. I want to head further into the bunker where I can hear whatever direction I can hear bustling and people and whatnot.
Ah, alright. You start hearing uh, Murmurs, but you're not
Murmurs.
sure. Yes, murmurs. They are. It's like a debate being held in the middle of what you'd assume it's a square.
Okay.
They are speaking in Romanian. You don't understand what they're saying, but they're debating really, really passionately. You could hear a few of them yelling. What do you want to do?
Okay. I think I might wait until the debate subsides.
You could see them punching each other a bit, and then they just all fall to sleep afterwards because they're a bit too drunk.
Is there anyone left awake afterwards?
Well, how much are you planning on waiting?
Um, I think after the punch out is finished.
Yeah, there's no one awake.
No one left awake. Do any of them look like badly wounded or anything?
A few bits of blood going from one of their noses, but it's like flesh wound. It's not impeding their respiratory system. It will look ugly in the morning, but other than that, nothing that
Yeah.
will harm their life.
I think I'll just have to leave these guys be. Um, okay, can I tell what direction to go now?
Okay, which direction do you want to go?
Can I hear anything in any direction?
There are a few lights in the houses and the underground blocks, but that's mostly because there are some that are still up and playing virtual games on the net. I mean Matrix.
Hmm. Is there any motels or anything like that?
Yes, there are.
I think I shall stay. Actually, I can just already just went to bed. I might just wait until um, explore the area and see if there's anyone walking around until I don't know 4 a.m., 5 a.m. Actually, I don't know whether these people sleep pattern is. Just wait until normally it would be daylight, I guess.
Well, if you're just going to walk around, which is an incredible walk for 3 hours, essentially, you'll start seeing about at around 4 a.m. Uh, merchants starting putting up their wares
Hmm.
and supplies coming from uh, an improvised bio plant where they genetically engineer uh, fruits, vegetables, grow the various sacrificial stock animals that you'd find in your various butcher shops
Yeah,
and
all of
so
the
on.
merchants coming out.
And you might notice that some elevators are going down and some weirdly dressed people with a lot of crates there that some are labeled M and others are labeled F.
MF.
And you
Um,
see the populace going to them and getting the crates and being all happily and giving them new yen or breadsticks filled with Nguyen to them.
I want to assess and see if there's, well, for a start, is there anything in the crates, like living or whatnot?
Alright.
4 hits.
There's nothing in the crates, but a few of the guys that and girls that have given the crates to the people of the city are awakened.
Aha. The ones who aren't awakened, do they have cyberware?
Yes, they do.
Hmm. Okay. I want to see where these people are taking these crates.
To their shops. There's, uh, you could see that they are actually clothing,
Haha.
underwear, sportswear, the various necessities that you'd need day to day to just survive.
Hmm.
Your guy would notice that from his past experience that he just had, you do remember that the guy told you that Shadowrunners give people some items from the outside world. They smuggle in things here, and that's what you're seeing him here now. Smuggled goods.
I want to talk to one of these guys. Um, I approached one of the people who gave the crates over.
One of the Shadowrunners or one of the merchants?
The Shadowrunners.
Okay.
And I say, hello there. Do you speak German?
Uh, y- yes, I come from Berlin, and you could see that this is a female orc that's cybered up to the teeth. You might say that she's a street samurai.
So, um, what exactly do you guys do over here?
Oh, this is our milk run.
Uh-huh. You happen to know much about this area?
We have been a few times here before, but we just get the people their packages. We're paid from directly from the people, and we get out.
So
We're
you
not.
don't know much about the forest, do you?
There are a lot of forests around here. You have to be specific.
Um, the forest beyond. What direction is the elves in from here? The east, north, or?
You're going to the east, and the forest that the Johnson told you about is the Black Forest.
Okay, yes, the Black Forest to the east.
The one held by the Elven girl. Are you insane? Why would you go there?
Well, the same reason you bring clothes to these people.
Cash?
That and another. I mean, it's quite a shame these people have to live down here all this time.
Oh, yeah, true. But there's nothing we can do about it. We just give them basic things that they need to live, you know?
On the contrary, Doc Wagon thinks there is something that can be done about it.
And she looks at you like, Are you serious?
I am, but wouldn't want anyone hearing about it since people like Renraku wouldn't be very happy about losing their little safe spot.
Um, I don't think that you were told, so I'll tell you something. If you want to run jobs here, you don't mention it to the outside world that any of the corps are here. They don't like it when their offshore business accounts are revealed to the other little playmates of theirs. You know what I mean?
I know that, which is why this has to be kept on the down low.
This is a war zone. This is not one of the nicest places you'd find.
I'm not getting paid to go to nice places, I know that.
This is worse than uh, I don't know. The Fatherland is a lot nicer place than this. The Fatherland, you know who the scums are. You know who are the sinners and who are the sinless. You know. Here, you just know that there are people and then there are monsters. Here is different. Here is unclean, at least from what my friends are telling me. Because these chummers of mine that I run with, they looked at this place and they just want to drop the stuff and walk out of here.
Well, not interested, and well, thanks for your time anyway. I hope you good luck getting back. By the way, how do you know how to get here without getting hit by, the UTC? Is it C?
G. Gasp.
G. Sorry. Yeah.
Ah, we were lucky.
Well, thanks for the chat then.
You're welcome, I guess. And she goes back to handing out the crates.
Okay, I just need to take a 1-minute break, and I'll be right back.
Alright. In the meantime, I'm going to describe the place. This is an underground version of Temesburg. One that people have created by necessity, filled with blocks over blocks, and from time to time you see a few houses that are made by the money of the more richer types. These are not the poor people houses. These are more along the line of mansions or even castles, if you could believe the notion of a castle within the underworld. Which is at the same time funny and sad. Alright,
Okay.
welcome back. So, what do you want to do now?
I think it'll be time to go back to the surface, I guess.
Alright. You go back upstairs and you find that there are a lot of cop cars here. The knights errant are all over the place, and you can see a bit of a red mist going around.
Okay. It's dark brown, so isn't it? So,
Who?
am I able to see what's going on from around the elevator without them? They're not looking in my direction, are they?
No, no, they're cleaning up the bodies.
Um, are there any of the body? Have I seen any of the bodies before? Or
They're ghouls,
okay.
and what you see is the knights errant hoppers going around collecting the bodies, and a lot of red mist. The brown turned into red because there are a lot of bodies here.
I might go downstairs and then wait for a few minutes. Well, until Knight Errant clears out.
Well, up until you actually reach the top, the knights errant are already gone.
Okay. Well, I wanted to. I was in, as in when they go down and come back up.
Yeah, they're gone now.
Because I wanted to prepare a few prophylaxis before I go up. Just spend 10 minutes down there,
Oh, if you
painting
want.
symbols onto the little religious symbols that I have as my linchpins.
Uh, okay, roll those dice.
So yeah, 4-6 prophylaxis. That one is 5 hits, and then the drain is 1. And I think I shall prepare one more, just in case.
Okay.
It's a 6-hit one, and then drain for that
Mm-hmm.
is 2. Well, I'm at -1, but I still have resist pain. So yeah, I'm going to go up now.
By the time you go up, they're already gone, as I said.
Yep.
As the first time you just saw them, you saw the red mist and the fact that they got the bodies out. You went down, you prepared your potions, you got back up, and by the time you finished your ascent, they're already gone. But now you have a lot of red mist that obfuscates your sight. What do you do?
Um, can I see? Can I get somewhere out of the red mist easily? Is it that big?
Well, you have to walk through it, but yeah, you can.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a walk through the trying to if I can stay around the edge of the red mist if that's possible.
Okay, I'll have to roll some dice because I'm not sure how this will go. Oh, the dice love you. So you're fine. You actually go around the red mist and you don't run into another type of mist. But it takes you some time because you had a few
Mhm.
minuses. And because of that, I'll need you to roll willpower plus, I think it was body. Yeah.
Yep. I want to pop my
And
force.
this prophylaxis applies. So you can actually
Pop a.
you can use this.
Yep, I'll pop my Force 5 prophylaxis. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits.
Okay. Now willpower plus logic, but this time it doesn't apply.
Okay, so I lose those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You're fine.
Phew.
Man, you got all these awesome rolls.
I'm going good for the resistance.
Yep. And you start passing the headquarters of the Knight Errant. While they are busily, uh, creating more of this red mist, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
You just go right in the middle where they don't notice you.
So I can walk right past the Knight Errant facility.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll need to roll a few more dice to. Oh. Oh.
Okay.
Oh shit. Yeah. I'm sorry. The dice hated you this time, and you were doing so well. As soon as you hear that thunderclap, you go through the blue mist.
Okay. Could have been worse.
Well, you could have gotten into the green one,
Green.
and I would have just said sorry you died. But yeah, since it's just the blue mist, you start hearing things. Remember the
Okay.
spirit of the dead orc?
Yes.
You start hearing the same thing that he heard. You hear laughter of children.
I try my best to ignore it. Trying to remind myself that it is all a hallucination.
Of course, you're doing it. And you keep on going through the ruins, and you see an empty parking lot. But you see something else. You see a little girl there. You'd say it's either human or dwarf, but you're not sure. But she has a knife in her hand, and she keeps on muttering something in Japanese. And then you see her stabbing herself in the head, and
I
then laying
look
down.
away. Yeah, I look away as quickly as possible
Okay,
from that.
I need you to do a willpower and logic check.
Okay. Going to edge that one. Okay, that's much better. 4 hits.
You catch your breath. You, even though this was a very disturbing and mentally uh, fucked up situation that you've seen, you managed to compose yourself and start walking forward. And you can see the remnants of what was once a tram station, only the walls are all but destroyed, and you see the tracks are all over the place. They're not anywhere parallel as they used to be. And you can see that in some places there aren't even tracks anymore, even though for some reason there is still that little hole in the ground that used to signify that there should have been tracks there.
Hmm.
And you start to seeing from the distance a church, this time made out of uh, brick, metal, mortar, and it's really, really well reinforced for some reason. Like a mini tower, you'd say.
Um, I approach the building slowly. I don't want to get too close to it yet. I just want to be able to see most of the building. Ooh, just get a better look at the building closer up.
Alright, you approach the building, and you can hear people chanting and praying.
I I sense to look inside the building.
Well, there are a few awakened mages. The type of sense that you'd get is more along the lines of Christian as yourself.
Are they elves?
One of them is, but there is one that's a human, and there's
Hmm.
one that's uh, a dwarf. There's one that's an orc.
And this
There
and
are
this place I'm going is ooh. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
so yeah. You start approaching it slowly, and you hear mm, uh, in Romanian, which you don't know, essentially. But it sounds like the way you'd heard the Latin prayers. The words are
Aha.
the way you hear it. It's similar.
Okay. This place I'm going to is all elves, isn't it? I was told.
You're going to the Black Forest that is
Yes.
held by the Elven Guard.
I
This
think
is
I'll.
a meta-human church that is still upstairs, which is weird.
Hmm. I think I might try and get a bit closer and look in one of the. I'm guessing there's windows around it.
Yeah, but you need to scale, and I'd have to. You'd have to do an athletics check to actually scale them.
Ah. Yeah. No, I can't do that.
So no, I'm sorry. If you can't do that, you
I
need to
might.
go inside if you're that curious.
I think, for safety's sake, I might just pass this place by entirely.
All right.
Since I was just in a blue cloud.
Do a perception check.
Nothing on that.
All right, this will come as a surprise. Because you got nothing, I have to roll some dice now. Ouch. Bro, I'm sorry. Yeah, you didn't see this coming. From out of nowhere, you start hearing galloping sounds.
Um, what is it?
Horses, but they look unnatural. And they're heading right towards you because you just left the church and you, for some reason, you couldn't just hear them or see them because you failed your perception check, and they're heading straight towards you. Dodge
Um,
out of the way.
no,
Roll,
I'm going to create a physical barrier right in front of me, or in front of the horses.
roll those dice.
Let's see, let us make it horse 5. So, hold on. Okay, that is a horse 4 physical barrier. So a giant, pretty much I created an enormous, I think it's an 8-meter wall in front of me from at the direction that the horses are coming at me from.
Mm-hmm. And now
With
I'm going to leave this to chance to see how they react to this thing. Damn. Okay. You create this wall made out of air.
it's invisible.
Yes.
Well,
So
it's
it's
shimmering,
like,
so you can see it, but
yeah, that's what I'm trying to describe. It's like an air-like wall. You can barely perceive it, but for some reason, the horses, as soon as they felt it near them, they gallop around the wall, and you escape unscathed. Do you wait for them until they pass?
so the horses are galloping in the complete direction.
Well, they're heading towards the knight's errand, which,
I'm going to move off while they're doing that.
alright, you wait until they finish, and there's no horses around you, so, and then you walk on. Okay, do another willpower and body check, and then willpower and logic check. And yes, for the first roll, Paraxis applies. Second
Yep.
roll, it doesn't.
Three hits for the body check.
Mm-hmm.
And for the logic check, 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. 5. 5 hits.
Okay. You're walking a bit slower than before. You made the check, but just barely. It feels like the smog is offering a bit of resistance this time. Like it doesn't want you to reach your destination.
Mm-hmm.
And you start seeing what, well, used to be shops, buildings, restaurants, even a small little factory here and there. And then you start seeing again those bl- flats that used to be there, but now you see the elevators again. And now I'm going to roll some dice to see what happens. You hear a thunderclap, but it's far, far away from you.
What direction was it in?
It would be behind you.
I'm moving forward quickly then.
Alright. Do you want to go downstairs or will you keep going to the forest?
Is there another bunker here?
Plural, yes.
More bunkers. How long has it been? I think it's pretty. Hasn't been that long, has it? Yeah. How long has it been since I left the last bunker?
You check your watch through your comlink and you see that for some reason it has been 6 hours.
Okay. I'd better go down as my heal spell and my resist pain would have worn off by now, and increased reflexes. So yes, I want to find one of the bunker elevators. Try and find one that looks like it isn't disused, pretty much.
Okay, I'll have to roll some dice to see if you can find it. You have to search for it a bit, but eventually you find yourself going around through the various elevators, but the time spent there wasn't too graceful to them. They're the next Shadowrun team that has to get supplies needs to fix the elevators. And you find yourself in front of a big building that essentially says Elven Guard.
So this is in the middle of the street, or you
No,
say,
no,
or
you keep on searching for the various elevators, but you find one elevator that's right next to a building that has the letters Elven Guard.
does
And
the building
Elven,
look dilapidated, or is it in good condition?
sorry?
Is the building dilapidated or in good condition?
It's in good condition.
Okay, I want to quickly sense and see who's inside the building, how many people, and if they're elves at all. 4 hits to a sense, 5 hits to a sense.
There are only elves there. Some of them are even awakened. Some of them have a lot of augmentations. And I do mean almost to the point of going cyber psycho.
Ooh, okay. So this isn't. I'm not in the Black Forest, am I, or am I here?
Oh, you're very close to it.
Do these guys seem to be looking outside, or are they all just inside, not aware of what's going on outside? Like, can I see them through windows or anything?
Well, you can see a few windows, but from what you could tell, they are minding their own business. They don't even want to look outside, mostly. Why would they?
Yeah. So what about beneath the elevator? Was there anyone down there?
Yep,
Is this bunker inhabited?
yep.
Um,
For
I
some
think I
reason,
shall start by.
from what you could tell
Yep.
from your astral sense, they kind of connected all of the bunkers with the broken elevators between each other. So they have,
Okay.
you could sense that there are a lot of people there with interconnecting bunkers.
Okay. I might want to go down there and ask them about the elves first.
So,
So
where are you going now?
I'm going to take the elevator down.
Alright. And as soon as you go down, there are people that hear the elevator and flock towards you and keep on saying in Romanian, "Where have you been? Where have you been?"
Um, I try and like just put my hands out to stop them from crowding me, and they say, "Does anyone speak German?"
And you can see one little girl raising her hand and almost waving it furiously. "I speak German."
Is she the only one?
She's the only one that you could tell. Yes.
Okay. I ask her. Well, I kneel down to the little girl and say, "Do you know who runs this place? Who's in charge?"
Ah, that's a tricky question. He looks coyly, kind of like this elven girl with long flowing hair and is very, very short for some reason. Is like, well, there are a lot of grown-ups that claim that they own the place, but they aren't supposed to, apparently. I get confused.
Where are these grown-ups?
Ah, well, depending on which one of them do you want to talk to. Because a lot of grown-ups have a lot of camps, and I'm not sure which one of them you want to talk to.
Oh, which ones are there? Can you tell me about them?
They're the guys that make all the Matrix stuff happen, and that they said something about noise going it letting it down to zero because of their awesome mm, computer skills. I'm not sure what noise they're talking about because I don't hear any noise.
Okay. Could you tell me where they are?
Oh, sure. They're and she literally points to one random building that apparently goes up to the ceiling on how high it is.
All right. Well, thanks for that.
She was essentially describing the Renraku.
Uh-huh. Hmm.
You'd know
So
that.
that's a Renraku building. Okay. Who else claims to own this place?
Well, there are these guys that speak German like you.
And where are they?
She points at another building that I don't know why, but these corporations love their tall buildings that go from one end of the earth to the other.
Cedar Crop?
Yep.
I ask, are there anyone who isn't in a really, really tall building who claims to own this place?
No, all of them claim that they own this place, and they come from the various parts of the globe that aren't filled with this icky smoky thing that keeps us down here living like cavemen.
What about those people on those elves on the surface in that building?
Oh, the avant-garde?
Yeah, those people.
Those people are mean. I don't like them, even though they're elves like me.
Have they done something to someone?
Every time when we try to have a few talks with them, try to get some supplies here, they always have to be the stick in the mud. I don't know.
Hmm. Okay, well, thanks for telling me all of that.
They think they're better than us. And she
All right.
looks really puffy and does a whole bloaty face and crosses her uh, hands. This clearly upsets her.
The elven guard.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I thank her for telling me all of that. And actually, I say, who talks to the elven guard here? Like, who from the
The
people
only
goes up there and talks to them?
the only people that I've seen talk to the Elven Guard most of the time are those that are came from the dock wagon. I don't know why, but they are the only people that actually have long conversations with the Elven Guard.
Okay.
What they're talking about flies over my head.
So, do you know where those docking guys are? Are they in this bunker?
Well, they tend to go from bunker to bunker to check if there are any of them that have this sin thing and need of healing. And she looks confused a bit.
Is there anyone down here that needs healing?
There's always people that need healing.
Well, can you take me to them?
Sure. And she holds your hand and she struts around to the nearest sick tent. And there you can see this giant troll nurse that's, well, female troll. Kind of young, but you can definitely tell she isn't a doctor yet. But she towers over you.
I say I hear you have wounded people here, or sick people here.
Okay, let me do a roll. She doesn't pay any attention to you because she's too focused on her paperwork.
Okay. Can I see sick people from here?
Yep.
Um, are these what kind of afflictions do all these people have? Are they physical wounds? Are they just not wounded at all, or in comas, like the last place?
Let me check. Half of them are physical, half of them are just diseases that
Okay.
coughs. You can see runny noses. You could see poison, poison, lesion wounds, and so on. So basically, it's a half and half situation.
Okay, I'm just going to do a quick sensing check. Magical afflictions. 3 hits.
No, nothing magical here. These are all physical afflictions. For some reason, this sick bay doesn't have anything magical about it. It's more of a technical affliction than anything else. You could tell that there is one chick that has a prosthetic arm, not not that high tech as the Shadowrunners have, but still, she lost her real arm for some reason that you don't know.
Okay. I'm going to walk out of the sick bay now.
Okay, no healing. Alright. What are you going to
No, there
do
was nothing
now?
magical wrong with them. So. I'm just going to look around for people who talk German, someone to have a conversation about um, this place in general, pretty much. What's going on? Who brings them food and clothes and whatnot? What the
Do a
relationships
perception
are with
check.
her. 3 hits.
Alright. You find this lovely couple, human and an orc lady, human dude and an orc lady for some reason, that have a lovely conversation and laugh. And when they hear you speak in German, and they immediately react to you. Ah, yes, sir. Do you need anything?
Um, I want to have a conversation about who brings them food and water and stuff like that, and what's with the dock wagon guys, what's everyone feel about this kind of stuff. I just want to learn about the bunker pretty much.
Well, the people that usually bring them, well, food is brought from the biofarms. Water is filtered from uh, a spring down below, but it's heavily filtered. So it goes through a filtering plant. Each bunker has one, but because of the broken elevators, they have actually. Uh, let's see how many of them are broken. So yeah, at least four elevators that you could find were broken, and the other three of them were in bad shape, but you couldn't use them unless you were suicidal. So, and the rest of them were like still bad shape, but you wouldn't want to risk it. There was only one of the elevators that you could find that was in a pristine working condition, and that was the one next to the Elven Guard. For some reason, there were a lot of horses roaming around the area that went straight through the elevator booths. I don't know why. Neither do I, said in turn the male and the female.
Okay. I want to ask them. Uh, what are with those elves up on the surface? And what's the deal with them?
Well, they claim that they're protecting the forests, trying to purify them spiritually, or at least that's what they claim. Because by purifying the forest, they can purify the lungs of the city. But we have a lot of forests from what we could find uh, through the Matrix, or at least that's what all of the Deckers tell us and the Technomancers. Although the mages tell us that it is very dangerous to astrally whatever. I'm not even sure what the hell it was called,
Oh, yeah.
but apparently decking works fine. Only they suffer from a lot of noise. I'm not sure what noises they hear, but uh, yeah, there's that. But if those Elven Guard were true to their word, wouldn't they have succeeded by now? I mean, seriously, they had a lot of time to tinker on this issue. I still say that they're up to something, and this is the female orc telling you this.
Well, hopefully some will be able to figure it out sometime. Do you know anyone here who knows any of the elves?
Ones that work with the Elven Guard,
Yeah, people like that.
and they start pondering. And I'm going to roll to see if they actually know. Nope. Sorry.
All right. Well, thanks for your time.
Try one of the corporate buildings. They always claim to be better than us. Same way the Elven Guard tell us that they're better than us.
All right. Well, thanks for that. Um, First, I'm gonna find a place I can sleep for the night when I want to, and I don't know about these corporate places. That'd be too big a risk. What with my character not being able to act properly at all? He's a very
So,
bad liar.
sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I think I might want to avoid the corporate buildings on account of my character being a very bad liar. But I want to find a motel again to have a sleep off this stun.
Alright, you find a motel because that's the easiest thing to find. And do you want to haggle for the house price?
Of course.
Roll those dice.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll roll for haggling.
25 new yen. Congratulations, sir.
Okay, I get a room for 20 million. Okay. Um. Hmm. Actually, I have a contact, a company man from Crop in Temmersburg.
I know you do.
Yes.
You
Um.
can actually call him up.
Yes, I will call up. Johan, my company man in Temmersburg.
Okay, call him up.
Yep. Hey there, Johan.
Hey, Luther.
Um, I happen to be in Oh, yeah, I'm in Temmersburg, and I was interested. Are you working? Where are you at the moment?
He he looks a bit tired and said, "I'm on my break now. Did you need anything?"
Well, I was planning to talk to some elves. You might know about them.
And you can literally hear a deep sigh. What did they do now?
It's not what they've really done. Oh, I guess it is, but not nothing they've done that's that bad. But it's more afraid of what they're going to do. See, I want to engage in a bit of diplomatic talk, and I want to avoid anything unfortunate happening. So I really want to get as much information on these people as possible.
All right. Uh, Let me think. And you can literally hear him sigh deeply. Ah, fuck. Uh, this fragging dreck of a. Ah, and you literally hear him cuss a lot. Here's the thing. These elven guards, such big dicks. They're, I don't know what's up with these dandelion eaters. That I just I don't know. It's like they want all of the corps to unite against them. Seriously. They've even claimed at one time that they have the all-time solution to curing the whole UTG problem. I don't know. I think they're lying. I think they're
Hmm.
flat out lying and they're trying to give everyone else an excuse just to not kill them outright.
Interesting. So these guys generally really disagree with it, I'm guessing. They refuse to listen to corpse, don't they?
These guys, and you can see him getting really upset. They don't do their paperwork right. They talk shit to every representative. They they think they're better than everyone. I mean, seriously, I've even seen a girl, an elven girl at that, a young child, and they just, dude. I mean, seriously, we're chummers, right? But I wouldn't just flat out destroy a young girl's hopes like that, like the way they did.
Hmm.
They're
Okay.
assholes, grade A assholes.
Do these guys have some sort of faith or something that they follow? They seem to be quite interested in the forest.
Yeah, they have a few mages of their own that use some air spirits to cleanse the areas. They're trying to talk to the spirit of the trees or whatnot. I don't know. Some shamanistic crap that awaken the spirit of the trees and try to convince them to purify the whole region. But they've been doing this crap for at least a decade now.
Okay. Well, thanks for the information then. Actually, what have you
Yeah,
tried to get? What have you tried to get out of the elves? Actually, I mean, you talk to them, but what do you get out of talking to them?
well, we thought we could do business with them. You know, interior decorating, hopefully trying to improve our lifestyles. Heck, we even tried getting them to work with our bioplants to provide us food. You know, honest to good jobs that might have, benefited every one of us. You know, but no, they think that they're in the right. They think that they're better than all of us. And and when I say we, I mean all of the corps and myself think that they're not worth the effort. And we're
Okay.
losing patience with them fast.
All right. Well, thanks for that information. I'll make it back to you sometime.
Yeah, whatever. Bring a six packer. If
All right. See
you
ya.
If you get from back from Germany, bring your own stuff because that's always good, and some German chocolate because that's always awesome.
All right, then you got it.
Okay,
So next time.
Wiz, bye.
All right. I am going to take. My character is going to take a nap to get rid of this stun damage.
All right. You start napping, and wouldn't you know it, it's already 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. actually, when you wake up.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to remake my alchemical stuff. So Proxylaxis. Taking a full 6 Proxylaxis, and that is full 6 indeed. And then the drain is well resisted. Um, see, a heal is indeed full 6, and then the drain. And I
Okay.
take 1, and then I shall make a increase reflexes at force 2.
Mm-hmm.
It is indeed force 2, and resist the drain. And I take 1 more in drain. So
You
I think
feel
I
a
shall.
small tremor.
A tremor.
Yep.
Does it stop right after that, or does it keep going?
As soon as you felt it, it was already gone.
Okay. Um, I'll ask. Surely the innkeeper knows German, so I ask him, "Did you feel something when I leave the like a tremor or something when I leave my room?"
The innkeeper is like, He's a big ass troll, a very big male troll, and he's like, I didn't feel anything. Honey, did you feel anything? And he talks to his uh, orc female wife, and she's like, mm, not sure what you felt, honey. Are you feeling okay?
Do you guys get earthquakes around here?
And they have to think for a bit. Mm, they're not that frequent, but they happen once in a very, very long time.
Okay. Thanks for that. I'm gonna go leave now. Thanks for the room, and I want to go up to the surface. I'm going to, as I go up the elevator, I want to ascend up and see if there is anything on the surface to look out for.
And
Uh,
you see horse guts everywhere, and a lot of red mist.
okay.
And you can see some holes that were in the pavement that weren't before, you know?
Okay. So I can't see the color of the mist anywhere.
It's red.
It's red. That's all I can see.
Yeah, you see the brown and you see the red, and it's a lot of red.
Okay. Is there anyone else around there? Any knight errant or
Not that you can tell.
are these horses? Are they? Do they have magical signature of any kind?
What?
Do they have like a magic, an astral signature of any kind? Are they magical?
Roll your perception. This is a visual test.
Okay. One hit.
You you can see besides the guts that there are some electrical parts as well. Like someone started meddling with cybernetics in them, like
Okay.
cyborg horses.
Hmm. Okay then. Well, I think it's time to talk to these elves. They're probably the only ones who know about cyborg horses.
All right.
Are there any? Are there any entrances to the elf building?
Yes. You're going through
Um,
the front?
are there any other entrances though? Did they have a back entrance or?
Yeah, through the forest.
Okay. Um, so this is the place I was told on the map, isn't it? Or do they have another
This
place
is
I'm
your
meant to be going to?
destination.
Okay, yeah. I think there's nothing else for it. Is there any answer if I knock on the front door, or if there is a bell or anything?
You open the front door with ease, and you can see a receptionist elf, like
Oh, okay.
with glasses and flowing white hair, fixed in like into one place. You know the kind like the
Yeah.
library chick type of
Um,
attire, and she is scrolling down through many documents in the matrix.
okay. I walk up to her. I sense. Is she awakened?
She is less powerful than you are.
Okay. Um, yes, I want to. I talk to her. I say hello there. Does she respond?
Let's see. She doesn't. She keeps on scrolling.
I say slightly louder. Hello there. Excuse me.
She is very focused. You can see her trying to type in, going around through various documentations, but she's not paying attention to you. For some reason, she has a lot of work to do.
I'm going to cast influence on her to look up and talk to me.
Alright, roll those dice.
Add to force 5. Okay, that is 4 hits.
Alright. She finally stops doing what she was doing, and she, for some reason, is startled out of her fervorous stupor and looks up to you. Yes?
I want to talk to whoever's in charge here. I want to talk to your boss.
Uh, alright. Sure. Just a second. And she it taps on her comlink. Mr. Dietrich? Yeah, there is a gentleman for some reason at the reception. Yes. No. Yeah. Yes. And she turns to you. Did you have any appointment?
No, but this is a matter that concerns everyone, I'd say. Quite
Uh,
important.
yeah, he says it's important. Yes, I know, you're a busy man. Yes, yes, everyone's business is important, but that doesn't mean it's important to you. Yes, yes. He says you need to schedule an appointment.
When is the closest time that he can schedule an appointment?
Oh, and she scrolls through her paperwork. In 2 months' time.
What if I said this concerns the forest in general? The safety of the forest, the purity of the forest, in fact.
Um, she turns to her comlink again. Uh, you hurt him? And it's almost like uh, her now kneeling in pain because ow, 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 it hurts like hell. She has a massive headache right now. Third door on the right. That's where his office is.
Yep. And that's all.
You can see her in literal pain in going into the fetal position right now.
You need help back there?
I'm okay.
Okay then.
You can see her, she's not okay, but she's trying to put up a brave act. It's totally obvious.
Um, can I tell if she's had a spell cast on her?
Someone shot it in her brain.
Ah, okay. Um, I walk up to the door that she specified then. I walk past.
Okay. And as you open the door, you could see this guy. This guy, he has the best mahogany wood furniture. It's like oozing a type of smell that is very thick, like you just recently just carved this beautiful and almost Baroque style furniture, where you can clearly see uh, very old looking books, physical books. In an age where everything is electronic, these are physical books that he has. And
Okay.
there is a bar there that it isn't closed to any stretch of the meaning. The liquor is displayed in great reverence, and a few of them are empty. And you can see him smoking a cigar.
Is he
And,
awakened?
well, roll.
2 hits.
Nope.
Okay. Um, I walk into the room and say, "Thank you very much for your time. Letting me see you."
Okay. Who are you representing this time?
Okay. To be completely honest, Dockwagon's paying me, and I'm here with a matter that concerns the safety and purity of the forest.
And he looks at you just like this elven man that is well built. By no, he has been to the gym. Let's just put it like that. He has a bald head because he has shaved it, but he is wearing one of the most expensive suits that you've ever seen. And he's like, Doc Wagon?
Dockwagon. You don't know Dockwagon?
I
They
know them, but why them?
because it's in their interest is healing people, and in their interest they want this forest healed.
How are they two related?
The UTG, of course, this UTG. Have you seen the toxic spirits around this place?
Yeah, I have. That's why I'm trying to fix this forest and then get to the next one.
Well, Dockwagon can help, but they're going to need your help first.
Really now. So they stopped believing that the hocus pocus that we're trying to do isn't hocus pocus.
That's what
They're
it sounds like.
finally they're finally getting their heads out of their asses and asking us for their help.
Well, Seder, Cropper, and Raku certainly aren't doing shit.
Oh, Renrock, they only care about making their matrix work underground. They don't give a fuck about the surface world. Fuck, have you even met the gangers that are roaming the streets?
I've heard plenty about them.
Yeah, and they're the only ones that actually want to live outside of the protective bubble that only the corporations can offer. And let me tell you this, the corporations, they don't want this place fixed. They only want to profit for themselves. You know, they, they keep on trying to recruit our guys and girls to do bitch work, essentially, for them to keep the people prisoners in their bunkers instead of fixing the actual problem that is with the spirits of the forest. It's hard. I barely got enough reason to actually make some semblance of a air freshener, so to speak. That's why this room smells so clean, as we barely were able to synthesize a freshener after 10 fucking years. And that's just for one room. Well, of course it's my room because I had to oversee the project, you know what I mean. But still, I'm starting to make it to work for every other room as well. And hopefully I'll be able to do this in a year or two to the whole forest to make it do it on their own, you know, all of the trees and such. Although I have to talk to one of my technicians on how that actually works, and that's the egghead's job, not mine. I'm only the overseer.
Well, Dockwagon wants to help you to fix the forest. They just need one thing from you to get their work started.
Oh yeah? And what's that?
The ingredient, what was it? Some sort of antidote to the poisonous gas.
Oh. Oh, so they're trying to make one of their own variants. Hmm, I see. Huh. I don't know. Uh, could I talk to your employer?
Hold on a sec. Do I have the Dockwagon guy's number?
Yes, of course.
Hmm. I want to have a quick chat with him. So I go, yes, hold on, I'll just give him a call, and I step out of the room for a minute to have a chat with this guy.
Okay.
I want to do. So yeah, I call him up.
Yeah. All right. And you could hear him live. God damn it! And he punches loudly someone's chest.
Hey, you all good over there?
And he literally shakes his head and says, "Who is this?"
This is your esteemed employee calling about the job.
Oh, did you get it?
Well, I'm here right now, and he's feeling a bit shifty about this whole Dockwagon thing. He says he wants to have a talk to the guy in charge.
Ah, oh, so he's pulling that card again. Listen,
What's that
the
mean?
last three people that he had a talk with, he kind of traced the call and had us geeked out, if you know what I mean.
Uh-huh. So, guess that's a no-go then.
Uh, I don't know. Try to negotiate getting one of his air fresheners, you know, play to his ego because he really has a big one. Because, seriously, have you seen his furniture?
Yeah, I get you. I got to get back to him quickly.
Alright, I need to get back to resuscitating people. Hold on, there are three other bodies that I need to bring back to life. And he
All right.
closes the connection.
Yep. And I walk back into the room. Um, yeah, my employers are quite busy at the moment with medical issues. But all Dockwagon wants is anything they can use to help with the matter of the forest. One of those air fresheners even um, would help with these terrible magical threats.
And he looks confused now. The air fresheners. Really. These little things on my desk that I thought they would have needed something bigger than that, but
Well, you told me that they were quite impressive, didn't you? That you spent years and years engineering these things.
yeah, we did our best, and you can see him huffing now with pride.
Oh, surely something like that. You said, within a few years you could have a lot of the forest cleaned up with one of those, didn't you?
Yeah, our best men and women are on the case.
Well, Dockwagon can help if you just give them some of those air fresheners. Then they can get started on work with the forest.
Yeah, so the dock wagons are going to send in some of their professionals as well to help us with their,
I imagine they would if they,
one hand
if you,
washing the other.
I'm sure they'll be happy to cooperate.
Well, I don't know. Just if you have any painkillers, fix my secretary up. I kind of yelled at her, and he's like really mulling it over. Please make a diplomacy check, because right now he's on the fence, and you're nearly
Okay.
there.
Um, I shall roll this. Okay. I'm liking this, but I want it to be better. I'll use my last edge.
All right.
And
Actually, your edge has been refurbished back to 3 because you have rested.
okay. Um, 5 hits.
So yeah, you definitely convinced him. It's like uh, if he actually means it. He'll up his secretary, and he'll give you the air freshener.
Okay. Um, so he wants me to help his secretary. I say, yeah, I'll go help her. I go out there and I use my heal spell on her.
Alright. Roll.
It's already rolled 6 hits. That's how alchemy works.
Nice. So
So it,
you
yeah.
you can see her just putting her hand down from her head, and she's visibly a lot better now. And she's a lot chipper, almost as if a bit of her exhaustion has went away. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you.
And yeah. So your boss has told me about these air fresheners.
Oh yes, they're the pride of the Elven Guard. Uh, Soon we will have the whole forest producing these air fresheners naturally, not synthetically, the way they're produced now.
Okay. Do I have to go back to the boss to get one, or
Yep. So you go
okay?
back to the
So yeah,
boss,
I go back.
and he has one laid out on his desk. He's not giving it to you. He's just showing it. There it is. Pick it up.
Wants me to pick it up. Um, I can do a quicker sensing check and look at it.
All right.
Um, 2 hits.
It's artificial.
Okay. Um, I walk up to it and I touch it and pick it up.
All right. You pocket the air freshener. What are you going to do now? Because he's looking at you and he kind of wants you to leave.
Okay. I thank him for helping uh, your fellow man help fight these terrible magical threats, toxic and whatnot, and I leave.
All right. And you get out of the building.
Yep. Still dark brown, I'm
Do you
guessing, or
want do you want to
what was that?
call up your employer?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Yeah.
All right. You call him up, and he's like, "Live, goddamn you, live!" And you can hear him punching people in the chest loudly.
Hey there, you still good there?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Did you get it?
Yeah, dog told me he gave me an air freshener.
Yeah, they don't actually understand the whole complicated chemical process that is involved with that particular air freshener that is essential for our uh, formula to work, to at least alleviate the occurrences that happen within Temesburg, if not cleanse it completely, and that's the best case scenario.
So, so we good? You want the air freshener?
Yeah, I'd like you to meet me back at the cathedral.
All right. Guess I'll have to start making my way back then.
By the way, and he before you hang up, he says, "You know that there's a airstrip right next to the Black Forest that you might rent uh, a stealth jet to get you to our meeting place with ease."
I had to say, I am a bit short on cash at the moment. Can I get any sort of forward if there's not enough.
Uh, Tell him Dan sent you, and the guy will know who's this about.
Okay, thanks for that.
Okay, are you walking towards the airstrip?
Yeah, I'll go to the airstrip.
Okay, let me do some rolls. Alright. Neat. You see a lone horse there. A cyborg horse. He's not doing anything other than eating the grass.
Okay. Are there any planes around? Any people with planes?
You need to walk a bit more.
Okay, continue walking. Keep an eye on that horse. See if it does anything weird.
Yeah, the cyborg horse is still eating the grass.
Okay.
And you pass what looks to be the source of all of the cyborg horses. It's the stables where they're held, essentially.
Okay.
You can
Are the
see
horses in nibbles or are they all missing?
all of the pens are opened. All of the doors are wide open for some reason.
Okay, that's weird. I'll continue my way till I find a pilot in a plane.
I need you to do willpower body and then willpower logic.
Yep, pop that. Proxy Lexus.
Yes, it still applies.
The body check is a 5,
Mm-hmm.
and the logic check is a 2. Actually, I'll
Ooh.
edit that.
Ah,
I should
okay.
pop an edge. We'll make it into a 6.
Oh, that's better. You successfully resist what was about to happen. And you're walking along and you see uh, the various destroyed buildings, and you can see another elevator to a bunker. And there is a sign that says airport, and it
Yep.
points to the direction of the airport.
I'll take that elevator down.
Oh, you're not going to the airport.
Oh, the elevator. Oh, I thought you said the thing points to the bunker.
Okay, you're going
Where does
within.
the airport point? It points to. Are there any buildings there or anything?
Oh, there is a building. It's a tall building, but still, it points into
Does it
the
have any?
opposite direction of the bunker.
Ah, well, I want to go to the airport.
Alright, you're going towards the airport. And I'll need to do another roll just to check what happens. Absolutely nothing. You arrive safely. And you
And
see this guy. Uh, he's normal human looking. For some reason, he's balding, but he still has hair in the back of his head. kind of long and put into a ponytail, but the rest is bald. And you can see
Okay.
him scrolling down through what you would think that is through the augmented reality screen, reading his news.
Okay. I say, hey over there.
He looks towards you a bit quizzically, and he opens a flashlight to check out who it is.
Um, I'm looking for a flight back to Demersburg.
Uh, did someone send you?
Um, Dan.
Ah, oh, seriously, the if no one would have sent you, I would have taxed you an arm and a leg. Seriously, it's that expensive.
How much is a flight?
Well, depending on where you want me to drop you.
Demersburg. You know, where the canal and the cathedral is.
Oh, that would have been somewhere around 1,000 new yen.
Alright. Well, tell Dan I'll pay him back. Actually, I
Oh
give
no,
him,
if you're working with Dan, I'll just waive it off. It's okay. I know Dan. I owe him a favor.
oh, alright. Oh, thanks then. Well, whenever you're ready to fly.
All right, let me put out the gas and we'll start flying. And he starts putting gas into his small plane, and he gives you a helmet. Wear this. And he gives you a parachute. Wear this.
Okay. I am not liking the sound of this.
Safety measures. We all have to abide by them.
If you say so.
Here you go. And he hands the equipment to you. All right, let me bring out the ladder. And he puts up a small ramp. All right, guest first.
Alright, I go up the ladder.
And he puts the ladder towards him. And he gets into the pilot seat. And you let's say how the flight goes. You hear a thunderclap, and the thunder uh, hits the propeller, one of the two propellers that kept this stealth jet afloat. And you're starting to fall. Do you or do you not open the parachute?
Where are we falling over?
You're falling over the ruins of what it is current day Hotel Timisoara. So it's an old ass hotel. But the
Okay.
ruins are pretty spiky if you're just landing on them right as is, you know? You're going to die.
What's the pilot doing? Is he unconscious or
He's dead.
he's dead? I guess I don't have a choice but to bail out and try and open the parachute.
Okay, let's see how it goes.
There's in fact a skill for that. It is called freefall.
Yes. Roll that skill, and I'll tell you how it went.
I shall use my last edge for that, and I get 2 hits.
Uh, you barely managed to get out in time because you don't. This is the first time you actually tried the whole parachute thing, and you kind of broke your leg. You need to do a roll to fix your leg now.
Okay, so I have a med kit with me. I
Yes,
shall,
you do.
in my satchel pack, I shall roll my biotech, or my first aid skill. To Do I have a wireless connection?
Yes, you have.
All right,
But
I use my medkit wirelessly. That is 4 hits.
you stopped the bleeding. It hurts. Do you still have any pain resist?
Um, I believe. Let's see. I use that heal. I don't believe I prepared a resist pain, but I can make another one in a few minutes.
Make it quick, because, oh god,
What
it
about a
hurts.
heal? What about a heal instead? Would that fix the problem?
You'll be in a lot of pain, and I'll have to deduce 2 dice from your
Well, what,
mental.
what damage have I taken as a result of this?
So you need to do both, essentially. Both resist pain and healing.
Okay. Well, I'll make the heal. Oh, sorry, the resist pain first, so I can make the heal better. So okay, so take away the dice on minus, and I make a full 6. Is this pain? And then I shall take drain for that, which I take 1 point of drain, but I use it to get rid of 6 boxes of damage. Well, to ignore 6 boxes of damage.
Alright, heal it up.
Okay, so now I shall do the healing.
Because you aren't going anywhere with that leg unless you heal it.
Okay, so that is a full 6 heal spell,
Mm-hmm.
and for it, I resist the drain. I resist way too much drain, and then I heal myself for 6 points of health and all of my stun damage.
Alright, after
So
a
another
while,
point of health.
you
I should have
finally,
taken. Okay.
well, you fix your leg. It hurts a bit, but because you have resist pain, it doesn't hurt the way it should. You can walk back towards, but you're really near, dangerously close to the forest filled with ghouls.
Uh-huh. Um, is there a? Can I see like a road or something I can follow that goes in that direction? Or
You know that right behind you is a dock wagon uh, hospital.
okay. I think that's the best place to go. Is any place now?
Y-
So
you'd know that they could actually fix the remainder of your damage.
yeah. Um, I'm going to go over there, all bloody, um, with the parachute thingy on my parachute backpack on, um, and walk into the dock wagon building.
Do you call your employer?
Um, I ask if Dan is here when I go into the building if there's anyone there.
He...
Oh, I check my pockets. Do I still have the air freshener?
Yes, you do.
Oh, goody. Yeah, is Dan there?
They look like... They think for a bit, and it's like, we have several Dans.
Um, Hold on a sec. I call up Dan.
And you call up your employer, right?
Yep.
You hear him, okay, stand down, stand down, shh, shh, shh. No more struggling, only dreams. And he administers the trank medicine, and he says, "Yep, what's taking
Hey,
you?"
Dan. Bad news. Your friend, the pilot. There was a lightning storm, and well, yeah, I'm afraid he didn't make it.
Fuck! Damn it! And he, shit. I have to talk to his daughter now.
I managed to parachute out of the plane, and I'm sitting here with a broken leg in the dock wagon building.
You know what, Dracket? I'll go to which one of the dock wagon buildings are you?
Hold on. Is there any number or insignia I can see on the in the
You
place in the
could
building?
you could tell that outside of the building there is a monument called the Bastion, and
It's
it has a, the letters engraved Bastion.
yeah, the same with the dock wagon building next to the Bastion.
Ah, I know that one. All right, I'll be there. And do you still have the air freshener by any chance?
Yes, still safe and sound.
Ah, thank God. All right, I'll just go with mine, and I'll treat you for your wounds and pay you for your trouble. Well, luckily for you, you got it without killing everyone there, which is incredibly courageous and well thought of for a Shadowrunner. So after I fix you up, I'll drive you as close as I can to your vehicle. Is that okay with you?
Sounds all good to me.
Alright, and I think that's where we can end our adventure here, with our leading hero with a broken leg uh, and having his employer patching him up and getting him back to the vehicle he came from. And then, after a few days of physical treatment, he gets back to his vehicle and drives all the way back to Germany. That is where we end our theme.
All
Thank
right.
you, watchers, for watching. Thank you, players, for playing. I hope you enjoyed.
Thanks for DMing.
Have pleasant dreams.